Okay, so we're looking at the string shapes. The string shapes. This is them. You can link them together and make cello string shapes. You can link them together and make cage string shapes. The long string shapes are on the bottom. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It actually starts 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half step in between. And then we have the S4E ones. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. And then we go to 5, 6 is a short version of this one. For the caged short tripentatonics, we use the short A. The long A is up here in the long modal patterns, where we have a cage for every mode. We have a cage for every mode. Let's look at that. Right up here. I forgot to put Ionian there, but there it is. There is Ionian. Alright, so that's Ionian. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go to Mixolydian. 5, 6, 7 root. 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is a pretty big cage. We don't necessarily count long 5, 6, 7 unless we have to, because we have a fret nut here, let's say. But it will usually go just 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. So this is a cage that shows three types of cages. It has the short 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has the long, we just counted that, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. Remember, you have to shift up here for this third. So to get to the fourth, you have to move it over. Maintaining this third, notice it's a fourth here, root to 4, root to 4. Root to 4, but here it's root to 3, so the pattern has to be moved over. So it's 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, instead of that 3 being right above it, the way it is over here. Now, there's also the cutout pattern, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, this G string cutout pattern, 4, 5, 6, G string, 7 root. We're going to cut to 2. We're going to employ the counting method. 7 root, what's the next thing? 2. When you're using modal string shapes, which is the longs, use the counting method. When you're using the tripentatonics, use the caged method, the word caged. And backwards, and skipping a letter, and skipping a letter backwards, which is a pentatonic scale. D, E, G, A, C. That's the opposite of C, A, G, E, D. Skip every other letter and you're going in fourths or fifths. So there you have it. You have the 3, you have the cut out 7 root, and then we go to the next string shape after root is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be if we had a fret knot right there and we wanted to play the 5th string shape. So what it is, you got 6 string shapes here. Show you. Where is it hiding? Right here. We have 6 string shapes and 7 strings. Now this shows twice the longies up top. But there's 7 string shapes rather and 6 strings. I got that backwards, sorry. So if we start here on the bottom, string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, string 6, from the bottom, from the lowest of the lowest of the low. String 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, string 6. If that's the convention. What happens? Here's string 6, we didn't get to the 2. Because there's 5, 6 again, we didn't get to the 2 there. But if we do the cutout, we can get that too. So let's look at the A box again. And let's look at the cutout. We were on the A because it was the second one over. That's about as far as we end up getting sometimes. So we're going to get that 2, 3, 4 if we do the cutout. So what do we get when we do the cutout? We get the missing string shape, the seventh string shape. Although we're missing other ones, but we do get that seventh, and we get open strings here. These open strings. Okay, so if I put the capo on the 5, now the capo's on the 5. On my G, because you know I got to play in C. I got to. So here's the capo. I know it's hard to see in red here. I'll try to get it a little thicker. You got to draw it again in drawing tool. But here it is. So now we have a capo there, right? So we want to play 5, 6. So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7 root, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. Only two notes on that G string because it's cut out. Otherwise, we would get that 2, 3, 4. We'd get 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. And the 2 would be up here. So that's a benefit. The second benefit of the cutout is it gives us the 7th modal string shape. Okay? So that's the name of, that's why these cages are bigger. There's the playaway, there's the short cage, and then, and you know, we can also look at cutting out on the second string 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're going to cut out the 5, 6 and go to 7. Over here it's the same thing. That's the short pattern. It's just a quick cutout like that. Looking at the Dorian, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, the point that I started to make before was the counting method's the best method to use. The other best method to get to the 4th and the 5th, because remember, a 4th and a 5th is going to be the string above it or the string below it. Look at these caged letters here. The 4th of A, the 5th of A is E, the 4th of A is D. E, D, A. So the 4th, with the caged letters, with the string shapes, I call them, the 4th and the 5th are the letters, except there's one exception. The 5th of E is C, not B. Just augmented a little bit. A little strange there. And the 4th of C is E, not F. So it fits into the caged system there. The other thing you can do with the long patterns is move them up and down. So you can either do the counting method, just keep counting whatever string shape you're on. If you're playing long patterns, whatever scale degree you're on. Let's say, look at this as the F. Just play the F pattern, the 4 pattern right there, 4, 5, 6. You're going to start right into that Lydian. Wanted to get to that 6th. So let's look at this little, you know, the other thing is move it up, move it down. Okay, we don't want to get into pattern movement today. We did a lot of pattern movement, but that's another way to do it. But let's look at, so this isn't pattern movement, this is string shape movement. We're not moving the pattern up or moving it down, because then it becomes the opposite. When you move the pattern up, you've taken the string shape down. When you move the pattern down, you've gone to the string shape above it, to the string above it, if you will. Horizontal is just either caged or pent or skip every other letter for 4. So we have here the string shapes. This is your string shape, whatever it is. C-A-G-E-D. Okay? And it even works on the long ones to some degree, right or left. But just looking at the regular short pattern string shapes, okay? What are they? C is 3, 4, 5. A is 5, 6. G is 6, 7 root. E is 7 root 2. They share the 7 root. And C shares the 3, 4 with the D string shape. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7 root, 7 root 2. Those are the page string shapes. There. Here's the circle of fifths, here's the circle of fourths. If you want to go to the right here, if you don't want to have any sharing, you just want to do a continuous scale, then you got to skip every other letter. C string shape, skip a letter to go to the G string shape, 6, 7 root. Okay, then skip another letter to the D string shape, 2, 3, 4. If you want to interlock them, C goes to A, like we talked about. A goes to G. The other direction, same thing, but a pent scale. So if you're on the A string shape here, okay, you want to go down the scale, no sharing. Okay, we look at the word A and we're going to skip C and go to D. Here's A, here's D. Okay, if we want interlocking, we're going to go from A to C to D. Alright, but it's pentatonic scale, remember. So let's start up here at E string shape. What's after E in a pentatonic scale? G string shape. Oh, here's G. So here's E, here's G, then A. Okay, so E, G, A. Alright, that's if you're going every interlock. If you want to go in fourths, starting from, let's say, the D string shape way up here. Now you can use the word cage to go backwards, pentatonic, D, E, G, A, C. Starting on D, skip a letter, then you go to the G string shape. So here's your D, here's G, then C. So D, skipped a letter to G, skipped a letter to C. That's how that works. When we're going up, it's a fifth in string shape. Starting from the C string shape, we're going to go to its fifth. 3, 4, 5, its fifth is 6, 7 root. The G string shape. Its fifth is 2, 3, 4. The D string shape. Its fifth is A, the short A string shape. Its fifth, warping up, is 7 root 2. Okay? Now it fits nicely into the C box because the 7 would be over here. When we go 5, 6, it would be 7 root 2. From 5 to 7 is a major third. Okay, but we've got 5, 6, and the tuning third brings that up to us, so it's nice. But then the fifth of E is C again. Alright, so that's about what we got today. I have to move along. That's what I wanted to explain to people about going down. Obviously, you go in fourths, so it's going to be the opposite of going up in fifths. Remember I was talking about? So you take this circle and you go the opposite. So we would start here to C, we would go down to the E shape, down to the A shape, down to the C shape. We're out of time. I'm going to make a longer segment in the end. Please, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for watching. And it's been a great lesson. Have a good day and keep practicing.